Big Sills! So many compelling topics. So many compelling topics, and we're on the eve of starting week 4 of the National Football League. And getting into the 4th week of the season. Here is my ultimate dream this weekend for Philadelphia sports fans. I pray to God Josh Harris brings every single Sixer person and puts them in the booth. I pray that Joel Embiid is wearing a Commander's uniform at Lincoln Financial. I pray to God that they do cutaways to him cheering his Commander team so that every Philly fan will know that carpetbagger is a scumbag. And all the things he told you about a process were exposed on Sunday. I don't want to hope for anything where they hide his incompetence. I want it exposed. But you know what? Hey, I bet you the NFL is definitely cognizant of that. Have to be cognizant. I guarantee you the NBA and the NFL have had a conversation with Fox. Guarantee you, don't do any cutaways or show the guy cheering his Commander team. Okay? I guarantee you. I want that guy exposed. He don't give a shit about you. He's trying to build an arena downtown, take more advantage of the Philadelphia sports fans. He's bringing in the enemy this weekend. I don't care how you slice it. Oh, he has every right to own. Great. But you would own a team that contradicted what you sell season tickets for the 76ers for by having a team that the Philadelphia sports fans hate. Redskins, Commanders, that's one of the teams you guys hate since you were born. Am I right? Hey, man, you can have all these rivalries, 49ers, Bears, Giants, Cowboys, Skins. You grew up hating those teams. Am I right? Am I right? You could talk to me about the Chiefs, the Dolphins. There's only 3 other teams you give a shit about and hating. Dude, I pray they show that guy. Does he have a right to own multiple teams across different leagues? Absolutely. You don't have a right to be a con man, though. He's a con man. He's a total con man. Look, I'll tell you this. If he had won a world championship with the 76ers, okay, he had won. Wouldn't you be more apt to do this? Tone, born and raised there. Hey, Tone, right? Everyone. That guy had won an NBA title in Philly, and he bought the Commanders. You'd be like this. He did bring a championship to Philly. So there's got to be some balance here to this, so I get it, But, dude, when you have an MVP player, and he's going to go down potentially in history as the only MVP never to make it to a conference final, and he's trying to talk to you about some process, he's a bullshit artist. Right. Most people wouldn't give it. He had delivered an NBA title. Most people wouldn't give a shit in Philly. You wouldn't care. I pray they have that. Oh, my God. Joel Embiid with a Commander's uniform on Sunday in the box. Could that happen? Absolutely. You know why? Those NBA players don't give a shit where they play. They care about direct deposits. They don't care about jersey colors. They care about greenbacks. That's all they care about, dude. That's all they care about. It's what you get when you get guaranteed contracts. Give a shit about people around you. Look across the landscape of the NBA. Hey, good for them. Am I jealous? Absolutely. Look at Burpee. It goes like this. What's the NBA? Agreed, man. Totally agreed. I pray that thing totally gets exposed. Can't wait. I hope they catch him cheering, too. And someone go like this. Boy, you're petty. Petty? Have you seen what season ticket prices are for NBA tickets? You want to know what petty is? You're damn right I'm petty. I don't have the disposable income that Josh Harris has. Fans have to save money up. Petty? Dude, maybe in the 80s you could. That comes off petty. Not today. Okay? Not today. You don't have disposable income. All right. Before I get into something, I heard something on Sports Take today that I took issue with. And not the guys, but how sometimes things are presented. I do want to say this before we get going. And it refers to Deion Sanders. Is Deion Sanders the modern day coach in the light of Tiger Woods? Isn't Deion bringing the Tiger Woods effect to college football? And you're the perfect fan base. Pro football fans don't really like college football. They think it's amateur. But haven't you caught yourself watching more college football this year because of Deion? 10 million people watched a game that was a blowout between Oregon and Colorado. 10 million, even after the fact they were watching it. Dude, you're perfect for this because Philadelphia, New York, they don't watch college football unless it's like Notre Dame, some Penn State. This guy's got like a Deion. Dude, more fans are watching college football than ever before. And it's because of Sanders. He's bringing you the Tiger. I don't watch golf. I watch Tiger. Now, I love college football, but I'm watching. Hey, I'm looking forward to USC in Colorado this weekend. I'm really looking forward to it. He's bringing more NFL fans to the game of college football. Okay. I want to ask you something. I heard something today, and it made me look at how you perceive certain people versus other people. You think Jalen Hurts is a better quarterback than Sam Howell? I heard people today saying Sam Howell's not connecting with his players. He's been sacked 19 times. Sam Howell has a long way to go as a starting quarterback. Quez goes, yes, it's not close. I hate this show. I'm here every day. Well, let's take a look at that and see if your guy is better than Sam Howell. 3 games or a trend. That's what I was told by NFL coaches. So Jalen Hurts so far this year is 20th in passing yards. Sam Howell 17th. Jalen Hurts in attempts is 21st. Sam Howell's 17th. Completions. Jalen Hurts is 18th in the NFL in quarterbacks. Sam Howell's 15th. Completion percentage. This is a good one for Jalen. He's 10th. Howell is 15th. Yards per game, Jalen's 20th. Howell 17th. Touchdown passes, Jalen's 13th. Howell 17th. QBR, Jalen's 23rd. Howell's 25th. He's not playing better than Sam Howell. He's having a Sam Howell season. Everything that he has done in the passing game is a reflection of what Howell's doing in Washington. Where are you saying he's having a better year? He and Sam Howell beats him in every single passing statistic so far out of the gate, but 2, and it's close in the other 2. So when you say Howell's having a bad year, and he still has a long way to go, your guy's playing at the Sam Howell level. 3 games in. 3 games in, he and Sam Howell are putting up the same offensive passing attack. So when you tell me that Sam Howell is struggling, so is your boy. He's playing as well as Howell. How am I wrong? Your passing game is Washington. You're winning because of running the ball and defense, not your quarterback. Your quarterback's not a factor here. He's Sam Howell. Every number I just put out there, anybody can look them up. And they're 2-1. Not horrible. And they beat an Arizona team that Dallas got run over by. It's crazy how people try to formulate and put into something that Jalen has not played anywhere near. He's on pace right now for 3,600 passing yards. He's not going to have 17 picks, 17 touchdowns, 561 rushing yards. And all these elite quarterbacks, he's got to be the only guy that's making $50 million a year that have just as many rushing touchdowns as passing touchdowns. Jalen Hurts, so far this year, has regressed. Or to be fair, the passing attack in Philadelphia has regressed. That's the trend. Tell me I'm wrong. Give me one positive. One positive so far. And again, three games are trends. So when you say Sam Howell has a long way to go, Hurts is playing at his level right now. And here, Jalen playing to win and protect leads, Howell playing for his career and a contract. He's playing Sam Howell football. No way to look at it. He's not. You think he's an elite guy right now? He's not. He's nowhere near those guys. This is an illusion. Totally. That you think your quarterback is outplaying Sam Howell. He's not. 19 sacks holding on to the ball to you. Hell, I'll give him that. I understand that. Their O-line is nowhere near Jalen Hurts. And by the way, Howell's doing what Jalen's doing this year with lesser talent. People go like this. Yes, he is playing better. Where? Where's he playing better? In the run game? One-dimensional? One read? So when you keep telling me that he's up there with those elite guys, he's playing, how can you sit here after 3 games going into the 4th game this week telling me that your quarterback is an elite quarterback when he is not playing elite? By the way, that's not just a case for Philly. The guy in Cincinnati's not playing elite. The guy the last 2 weeks in Buffalo is playing elite. Week 1, he wasn't. Okay? Sills, you don't get Philly fans. I don't have any idea what that means. We don't fall in love with quarterbacks. We don't need Jalen to be Mahomes. We need him to do what he can to do to win. That has nothing to do whether it has anything to do with Philly. Dude, quite frankly, I don't give a shit about what that comment is. I'm a football man. I am a football man. That doesn't sway me whether you're a Wyoming person or a South Philly person. That's why I don't bullshit you and tell you, well, our guy's playing great. They're lying in Philly. They're lying. You're lying to. Playing Sam Howell football. And you know how people throw shade on it and cover it? You know, it's just not really hitting on all cylinders. Hitting on all cylinders, it hasn't even started the car yet. You're 3 games in. No excuses, I told you on Monday. That shit's over with. And you still haven't started the car yet. And you're like, okay, you're 3-0. You'll never win a Super Bowl with the way you're playing right now. Not on a chance in hell. And you haven't started the car yet. When are you going to start the car? This weekend? Are you going to start the car this weekend? Sure hope so. The fact is he's struggling, and winning is a scary thing because when they put it all together. Okay, so when they flip that switch, okay, when will that be? So another week you want. Okay, I'll make a deal with you. I'll give you another week. I'll give you another week. Fair enough. You want another week? Let's see if this thing gets started. You got Ron Rivera and you got Jack Del Rio. 2 pretty good defensive-minded guys. He should put up some pretty good numbers against his team. Do you not agree? Do you not agree? Or do we have to wait another week? The Jets? What do you want to do? I'll barter this out. When are you going to start the car? Okay? What if he's still sick? You make $50 million. What if he's still sick? Well, guys like Michael Jordan play through the flu and all that and win NBA titles. That's what the elite people do. Okay? That's what elite people do. Play through injuries, play through sickness. That stuff is sidebar conversation. Jordan had 106 temperature. And you guys are comparing him to Jordan. Okay? Did you make your Super Bowl prediction yet, Dan? Yeah, I have. I told you. Cowboys and Bills. Peter, he's not 20-1. He's 26-11. Don't tell 75% of the story. That's a lie. He's 26-11. The guy in Baltimore has a higher win percentage than him. He wins more games. Jalen got to a Super Bowl. So did Garoppolo. When are you going to start the engine? By the way, let's ask this question. Do you think Jalen Hurts has regressed this year? Why won't anyone bring that conversation up? You have all the same tools back. You're going to blame a coordinator. Okay. Why didn't you blame the coordinator when Frank Reich left for Carson Wentz? You didn't seemingly blame the coordinator then. You blamed Wentz. Now you're blaming the coordinator, Brian Johnson. Correct? You didn't blame the coordinator for Carson Wentz. You blamed Wentz. Now you're blaming the coordinator. Okay? Now, we did get on the coordinator. The coordinator was Doug. The coordinator was more Doug Peterson. Doug's the one calling plays. So you blame Doug. Okay? Doug calls plays. He's the play caller. Okay? So you blame Doug. Guy who won the Super Bowl for you. All right. Just has Jalen Hurts regressed so far this year? Yes or no? Not a statistic where he's in the top 10 except for the completion percentage, which is good. That's 10th. Hey, that's showing accuracy, but the rest of them are in the 20s. Keon says no. Sam Howell beats him in almost every single passing statistic so far going into this Sunday game. So do you think Sam Howell's playing well? Personally, I don't. I think he's playing for a first-year starter, okay. Nothing to write home about, especially the 19 sacks. But that's a young player's inability to see pressure. That happens. Sills, you said you want to play the best ball in January and February. Now you're crying. No. I'm asking you right now, is Jalen Hurts playing elite football? Has he regressed? I'm not talking about January. I'm talking about, and get this, how many weeks are you going to use the excuse that the offense will kick into gear? You're going on a month now. Jesus criminy. So you're telling me the coaches didn't have this offense prepared correctly, including the head coach. Somebody tell me, why is this thing not out of the gate with, here, let's take a look at this. How many Pro Bowlers are on that offense? Mulata, Johnson, Kelsey, AJ, Devontae, and Hurt. You got 7 of the 11. You got 7 Pro Bowlers, and you haven't started the car yet. So you got a month. You're going on a month. He has regressed so far. Coordinators are why. I'm not going to dismiss that. Brady and Bill won ugly at times. So now you're comparing Jalen Hurts to Tom Brady. You're right. They won. You're right. And not one hit. AJ doesn't drop those 2 passes. Dude, he's got 3 picks. Jalen is considered a top 3 quarterback? Where? Not this year. Only in perception. Hoss, what you did last year's in the rearview mirror. Ask the Eagles. That's old news. You guys are giving credit for something that happened 13 months ago. New year, man. This is what I told you before about being elite. Elite is consistently being consistent. Every year, Brady wasn't the greatest passer of all time. He was the most consistent of all time. That's what separated him from Aaron Rodgers and Peyton Manning. Not a one-year wonder. You're right, Sills, but when is Dak going to start the car? Dak is so on the hot seat right now that it is blazing hot. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Hey, by the way, you want to put Jalen on the same hot seat that Dak Prescott's on? Go right ahead. I'm not. Because Jalen's early in his career. What I'm trying to do here is tell you, pump the brakes on your guy. He got a long way to go before you call that guy elite. Top 3. Best quarterback in the NFL when he's playing Sam Howell football. He's playing Sam Howell football. And the only thing you're going on, you want to give him a historical 1 year on calling him a great quarterback. That's absurd. I'll tell you this. He's played more average football games in his career than he's played better games. The Super Bowl, he gets a lot of love from me on that. But the 2021 year was not hot. And so far this year, he's not been good at all. He's got about 18 games where he's been okay. I mean, what are you talking about here? When I watch Mahomes play or I watch any of these other guys like Allen, There's something special about those guys. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm looking at Sam Howell here. Isn't it funny how people present Howell in a, hey, and by the way, I don't think Sam Howell's playing good ball. I think he's okay. Look at this. Look at the conversation over here and how people are denying what I'm saying. Sam Howell has more passing yards. Sam Howell has more attempts. Sam Howell has more completions. Sam Howell has more yards per game. Sam Howell has more touchdown passes. Sam Howell is just 3% or 3 places outside of QBR to your quarterback. And you're trying to tell me he's in the same category as Tua Tagovailoa and Mahomes and those guys? He's not playing at that level. That's elite. And you're like, well, it's only 3 games. Well, we're going on a month. Is Brock Purdy elite? He's playing way better ball. We played New England and Tampa Bay. You know, when you're a great team, the opponent is not the issue. It's you. You think you roll into a game, you're going, oh, my God, look who it is. It's Tampa Bay, and it's New England. You go in there going like this. They should be saying it's the Eagles. I said it yesterday, and I'll say it again. You'll never win a Super Bowl like this, ever. You have no shot. You're going to win games this year, a ton of them. Won't win the game, though. No way. Quarterback playing Sam Howell football? Not happening. Not happening. Let's take a look at this, too. So after this week, this is what your schedule looks like. You got the Rams in Los Angeles. Win. You got the Jets. It's going to be a pretty good little battle to see what Sam Howell / Jalen Hurts does versus the Jets defense. Since the Jets are pissing and moaning right now about Robert Saleh falling on the sword for a guy who's incompetent at the quarterback position in Zach Wilson. Then you got the Dolphins in week 7, and you got Washington in Washington. You should probably win 3 of those 4 games. You're not beating Miami. You're not good enough to beat Miami. I just saw some elite is winning. Okay. So then you constitute Jimmy Garoppolo as elite. He wins. He's 47-19. He's elite. Okay. If that's your metric, you can't just use it for him and say Garoppolo sucks. You can't. Jimmy G sucks. He wins. He's 49-17. 5-2 in the postseason. Took a team to the Super Bowl like your guy. He sucks. Your guy's good. And your guy's playing Sam Howell football. Rationalize this out to me. Rationalize this out. How do you rationalize that out? You take one metric to fit your guy, but when it's over here on this guy, you don't buy that metric for him because your eyeball test, you think. I'll tell you this. I saw Jimmy G go into Green Bay and win a playoff game. I've seen him go into Dallas and win a playoff game. I saw him also a quarter away from winning a Super Bowl. Giants blitz 84.6% of the plays versus Purdy. Okay, you don't like Hurts. That's not what we're doing here. Like has nothing to do with it. I don't know Jalen Hurts from a rock in the ocean. I don't care to. I could care less about liking. As an Eagle fan, you're absolutely correct, and the fans are not realizing the offense and defensive line. Your offense and defensive lines are so good. You win because of those two guys. You're winning ball games because you are exceptionally elite. In my opinion, a lot of guys can play quarterback in Philly. Just like a lot of guys like DeAndre Swift can run behind that line. I really don't think it's your guy. So you think Jalen Hurts goes to Chicago and does the same thing, or does he look like Justin Fields there? Pretty much the same talent except for the O-line. You think he goes there and he puts up an MVP numbers? I bet you Mahomes go up there and win 10 games. Allen, too. You know why? Those guys don't have a lot of talent around them. It's them. They don't have A.J. Brown and Devontae and Goddard and Swift and the best O-line in foot. They don't have that. How are you not clicking out of the gate with all that talent? Don't you question that? How your offense, I heard from the morning to the night, from radio to TV, how are you continuing to use this excuse? Well, it's not clicking yet. Why? There's not another offense in the NFL with more talent than in Philadelphia. Why aren't you clicking? Oh, I know. It's the coordinator. Okay. So this is Brian Johnson's fault. You're looking for excuses and scapegoats instead of putting in the mirror here what the whole problem is. The NFL caught up with your guy, and he's struggling at seeing the field. As I said, he's playing Sam Howell football. Howie was smart with the contract to keep talent. Okay? But yet, get this. How about this? What's even more remarkable, do you know who the best coach on that Philadelphia coaching staff is right now? It's your D coordinator. He has been sensational. Sensational. He has been sensational. For the amount of talent that you don't have at certain positions, and for them to be playing, tell you what, Jonathan Gannon had to go get players off the ice cream stand. Those two guys in the middle, and you're not even getting shit from Hassan Reddick yet. I don't think that's going to continue. I think that guy's going to take off like he did last year. Why do I say that? Well, he's had 3 years in a row of it. You have to give him the benefit of the doubt. You totally have to give him the benefit. You give him the benefit because you saw what he did last year. He started slow, and you're like, okay. You can't put that guy's face on a milk carton yet. Plus, he's been banged up in his hand. I get it all, man. Hand strength is important. Okay, you're really not getting to the quarterback. Your two tackles are. Everyone else is Sweat's kind of getting there. And by the way, Zach Cunningham hasn't been horrible. He hasn't. What Sean Desai's doing on that side of the ball, fantastic job so far. Even with, but we knew this was going to have to come along a little bit slower. Mitchell has a better record on the Colts than with the Birds. Sure. Okay. Great. Morrow, not bad. Okay? Does it matter who gets there? Not sure what that means. Stoutland's the best coach on the team. Well, not in pass protection. Your quarterback's getting smacked. And your passing game is not good. You're Sam Howell. Safeties have been okay. Blankenship has been a surprise. Carter has been sensational. Davis proved even to the Eagle coaches he's turning into a 3-down guy. Now the question mark will be, can he play 17? We'll see. Great start. Great start. Milton Williams is playing well. Okay? Don't you feel stupid lying to fans? Where am I lying? I took this off of ESPN.com. Where am I lying? I think that coordinator's done a spectacular job. Hurts was sacked only once versus the Bucs. Pass pro may be turning the corner. Sure ain't the passing game. Could be. Bucs can get after you. Okay? Bucs can get after you. Did a nice job on Shaq Barrett and them dudes. Absolutely. This will be a nice test here. They got really good coaching in Washington. They got really good coaching. You got Bieniemy, Ron Rivera, and you got Jack Del Rio. Two guys have been head coaches, and one guy should be. Jalen is learning a new system to add to the art. So there's a new – since when is there a new system? I give him credit for that. Let him learn and get better. What are you talking – so there's – I was told it's the same system. What are you talking about? This is not a new system. It's the same system that they ran a year ago. They're not throwing screens. I thought we'd see more screenplays with DeAndre Swift in there. We have seen none of that. How about implementing a little of that? Your tight end is a non-factor. Where's this new scheme? What are you talking about? Clearly, you're saying Jalen is the issue. In the passing game, absolutely. He's playing Sam Howell ball. Anthony, he is in the 20s in passing. Your passing is 25th. What was the passing last year for the Eagles? What were they last year? I'm crazy. Where? He's on pace for 3,600 yards. There's not a chance he'll throw for $4,000. Sam Howell ball? I'll do it again for you, Sue. Yards, Jalen, 20th. Howell, 17th. Attempts, Jalen, 21st. Howell, 17th. Completions, Hurts, 18th. 15th, Howell. Completion percentage, Jalen's 10th. Howell's 15th. He gets them there. Yards per game, Howell 17th, Jalen's 20th. Touchdown passes, Howell 17th, Jalen's 20th. QBR, he's 25th, and Jalen's 23rd. He's playing Sam Howell football. And we're a month into the year. And he's on pace for 36. He's not going to throw 17 picks. Not a chance. But he's on pace for 17 touchdowns. I'll ask you one last time. His running, I wouldn't write home about it this year. He's running less. Do you think Jalen Hurts has regressed this year? And here's going to be the excuse. Well, the offense is not clicking. You're a month into the season. It's not clicking. Well, when? This weekend? You want another week? Or another week after that? You're just mad because Baker Mayfield played. Yeah, okay. He's winning? No. The defense and the O-line and the run game's winning. He's not winning. Jalen Hurts has had no factor in winning these games. Your running attack, do you understand you're running the ball more than you're throwing it? In today's NFL that throws the ball, the rules are set up for that. This is not, you're playing 1990s football. 1990s not going to win a Super Bowl. I know it's kind of hard for some of you to digest this, but it's I'm telling you who you are right now. Now, to what Tone just said a couple minutes ago, pass, probe, and proves. Until I see Jalen have a really good game, he hasn't. So as of right now, 3 games in, going into the Washington game, he's not played well. You're telling me Sam Howell's not playing well. Neither is this guy. They're in the same boat. But you want to take last year's well, he finished second in the NBA. That's nothing to do with this year. Carson Wentz was a runner-up MVP. He was a runner-up MVP. Big deal. Who cares about that? Who cares about being consistently good and getting better every year, every game. We're a month into this. You with statistics. No, they're called trends. That's what players are told. Okay? You guys can defend your guy all you want. He's playing Sam Howell football. There's no getting around it. You could tell me all about last year. Great. Rearview mirror shit. I'm talking about now. Right now. Okay? Today. I'm not going to. No. Tone, no. That's a good way to center it, Tone. I'm not abandoning ship. You're missing the point here, guys. Not you, Tone. You're missing the point. Let this quarterback still show you that he can be the elite quarterback you want. You're rushing this. Why pass 100 times and you can get 68 yards? Because you'll never win a Super Bowl one-dimensional. So you're telling me they stopped the run. Team stops the run in the playoffs. And you have no passing game. You're not winning. You have to have some passing game. You can't be 25th and win. Okay? I know some of you are having a tough time with understanding that he's having the same season that Sam Howell's having. Sam Howell's having the same season Hurts is having right now. Month in. With lesser talent. He is. I can't hear it. I don't want to believe it. It's true. Funny? I don't think it's funny when you're paying a guy $50 million to have Sam Howell numbers. Now, am I saying Jalen Hurts and Sam Howell are on the same page? No. That could be as good as Sam Howell gets. But you guys had the MVP. Well, the MVP has lowered his standards down to Sam Howell. Not his standards, but his play. Again, has Hurts regressed this year? Answer the question, yes or no. Here, for some of you that it may hurt a little more, has the offense regressed? And don't blame Brian Johnson. He's part of it all, but it ain't him. It's all of them in my book. Has the look at this. No. 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 You don't think your offense has regressed this year? We'll just do this. Let's take Hurts' name out of it. No. No. I do not think we have regressed. I just don't think we're playing well right now. You're a month into the season. And you haven't even played the tough part of your schedule yet. I mean, here, I'll tell you what, I'll give you guys every excuse you want. You're not even playing elite teams yet. Just saying, you're not, I mean, Minnesota, New England, and Washington, those three teams won't make the playoffs. You haven't played a playoff team yet. And you're not even into really the meat of your schedule yet. When are you going to get better? If you're not getting better against those teams, you think you're going to click it against the Dolphins? Man, I'm sorry. I have a different approach in how I see things, and I don't see it. I don't see it how you guys are at all. All that talent on a team, it's hard to believe the production just went away. They have no choice but to get back on track. Tone, you sound like a coach now. I completely agree. Eagles are 7th in scoring. I get it. You better be. 7th in scoring because of your running game, not because of your quarterback. He's 20th in TD passes. And he's got as many rushing touchdowns as he does passing touchdowns. No $50 million guy has that. You're not paying Jalen Hurts to run for touchdowns. You're paying him because he's supposed to be one of those elite dudes. He's Sam Howell right now. He knows this, though. Now, to Tone's point, and some of your points, here is the point. And hey, there's just too much talent on that side of the ball. Get this. When you can't hit Goddard, there's something wrong. Let me ask you this. All of you, have you been more impressed with the defense than the offense this year? Dan, don't you think that he may improve? Yes, through the season, yes. Guys worth that good. Yes. But why the slow start on offense? I think the defense has actually started quicker than I thought. How about this? The defense has actually been more of a surprise to me this year. And wouldn't you, hey, Tone, everyone, don't you think the defense is further along than we thought? I think it's further along. I was thinking week 8. I don't know. This thing looks like maybe week 6. As you get into the part of the season where you're going to take on some of these good guys, you may be at that pace of a year ago. How could the team and the side of the ball have the lesser talent be trending in a higher rate than the team that has the most talent, the offense? How can that be? The money's on the offensive side, not the defensive side. That side of the ball, I'm shocked how good it's looked. I've been saying it the last couple of weeks. The defense is much further ahead than the offense. The Eagles are 3-0 because of that defense. Absolutely, man. Dude, Carter and Davis. Hey, tell you what, some of you were sitting there saying that Davis is going to bounce back. He sure looks it. Sills, you're a genius, you know. I'm sorry. Hey, Tone, can you put that last super chat up? Davis. Sills, you're a genius, you know, how to fire up super chats. Bear, thank you. Bear, dude, this wasn't something I went to bed going, hey, I know we'll get everybody up. I don't do that. I'm not that smart and calculated. I promise you I'm not. Okay? I told you, I'm exactly like the Joker. Okay? I chase ambulances. I'm not that smart. How are you, Big Seals? You praised Dallas and San Francisco for being, I'm sorry, it's going really fast for me. Tone, can you put that up there again for me, please? That last super chat, I apologize to you guys. I don't want you guys. Sills, how are you, Big Sills? You praised Dallas and San Francisco for being better. They haven't won Super Bowls in decades. Defense is surprising. Ace, I don't give a shit about 5 decades ago. Okay? I don't care about that. I care about now, 2023. Stay focused with me. Okay? Hey. Your defensive side of the ball has been the biggest. Here have been your stars so far. DeAndre Swift, Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Reed Blankenship, Josh Sweat. I've named one offensive guy. You know, I don't really think Slay has sucked either. I don't think that Darius Slay has sucked either. Smitty, he was a non-factor last game. Still, it's not because of him. It's because the quarterback can't find him. He gets – you want to know what you can see with him on a 22? The O-line has not been great. Great running, yes. Not really too much pass protection. And in the pass game, 0. You're 25th. Do you know what you see with Devontae Smith? Put on a 22 if you ever have access to it. When the play's not coming to him. He runs every play like it's coming to him. That is such a great, well-coached, well-disciplined player. I mean, there is no doubt about it. It was about now, but I'm with you, my friend. We win because we simply out-talent the other teams. No defensive front can deal with our O-line. New England did. Likewise, our D-line makes the opponent one-dimensional. Nasty, Nasty, you're 2 fronts. Do I think your defensive front is better this year than it was a year ago? Now, look, if I'm going to use that same – now here's where I don't change off my metric like you guys do. If I'm going to look at the first 3 games for Hurts in the offense, I have to use that same metric for the D-line. So why does DC decide get credit for lesser talented defense, yet OC should be excluded from criticism when he has more talent on offense? I'm not sure what that means. Hurts threw for 277 and 2 picks. And he's 17th in passing yards. Time of possession is not because of your passing game. It's because of your running attack. Okay? Your D-lines and O-lines this year, are they better than a year ago? I don't think your offensive line over 3 games has been great. I think it's been good. Your run blocking, they're going back to basics. They're simplifying the offense. That's how you do it when you run. Low turnovers. Jalen's turning the ball over more. He is. And so they went to running the ball. They basically took the football out of his hands and went with the – do you understand you're paying – this is why, too. Jalen Hurts, you're paying $50 million to, something Boomer Esiason said. You're taking the ball out of the hands of a guy that's making $50 million and putting it into the hands of a guy making $2.5 million. And DeAndre Swift. That's learning to live with your salary. Dan Marino couldn't do it. He could not do it. That's why he never won. Dan Marino went 12-4 every year. Went to 1 Super Bowl and was destroyed by the Niners because they had balance. Cousins has 1,000 yards passing. What's his record? We're not talking about a shitty Vikings team. New coordinators. Wasn't there a slow start on defense? Esiason called plays before in the NFL. Johnson needs more time. So you're telling me with 7 of the 11 guys on offense that are Pro Bowlers. It's Brian Johnson's fault. You're pathetic. Pathetic excuse makers. The side gets credit, yet Johnson doesn't get the blame. Wait a minute. The players get the credit on that side of the defense. Then Desai. He's got lesser talent. Yeah, he's got lesser talent. Don't you see that? How are you not looking at that? He's got first-year starters and many. You lost 5 of your top tacklers. On that side of the ball, you lost a back who looks like you replaced and a guard. And on that side of your ball, you lost the number 2 tackler in the NFL right now and the number 10 tackler in the NFL in Kaiser White. You got a brand new safety position, and you're looking for a new slot guy. Yeah. And you lost 10 sacks in your DT. Yeah. He gets more credit. Yes. Yes. He gets more credit. Dude, 3-0? These dumbass 3-0 things. Yes, I'd rather be 3-0 than 2-1. Of course. Fool's gold. Fool's gold. Fool's gold. College football, that's where that shit matters. NFL, NFC title game, AFC title game, Super Bowl. Nobody cares what your record is. That's all that matters. He's 20-1. No, he's not. No, he's not. Keep winning. Keep winning. You will never win a Super Bowl with the offense playing this way. Now, will it get better? Okay, we're a month in. How is it going to get better? How is it going to get better? You're going to be playing better teams. Tell me. How is it going to get better? Last year, Hurts had 9 games with under 250 yards passing. So as well as he played, he still wasn't terrible effective as a passer. Yeah, but they're asking him to run less this year, Nasty. Beginning of the season last year, Hurts was the running back along with Sanders. That was the factor in the run game. This year, it's Swift and Swift alone. Mike Evans only had 60 yards. Thank you for the update. I can read. As defenses come up in the box to stop the run, that's right. That's a great take. Bear, that's what's going to start happening. Okay? You're going to drop 5 in the box. You're going to put them down, and you're going to make Hurts win from the pocket. I don't think he can. I don't think he can. So where's it getting better? Was Jalen Hurts a one-year wonder? I'm not anywhere near saying that. I'm totally not believing that. Based on your logic, Cousins has 1,000 yards, so he's better. No, I'm telling you, Jalen Hurts has the same numbers right now as Sam Howell. That's what I said. He's playing as well as Sam Howell. And you're telling me Sam Howell sucks. Actually, Hurts had 6 games under 180, and it seemed to work last year. What's my point? You're telling me you think that offense looks as good as it did a year ago. How dumb. Holy cow. Some of you guys are ridiculous. Every single human being in Philadelphia is using this excuse. Well, it's early and, they haven't hit their stride yet. We're a month into the season. You have no more excuses here, dude. He's playing the same ball here week in and week out. I haven't seen any improvement. Have you really seen improvement from Hurts so far in 12 quarters? Have you? And Sam Howell, I give him the credit. He's a first-year starter. Of course, Keon's seeing improvement when he's down in the 20s and your passing offense is 25th. And your QB is on pace right now to throw for 3,600 yards less than what he did a year ago. Look, the point I'm trying to make to you is that he's got a long way to go still. He's not a wily veteran. NFL, dude. I've seen guys have great years in the NFL and turn around. Shit, you saw one with Wentz. You couldn't even answer, honestly. 90% of you today couldn't answer honestly that the offense has regressed so far. You're right. Hour 2 will be a different topic because I'm not going to debate it now because there is no debate. And if you don't want to use the word regressed, it's completely underperforming. No actual Eagle fan cares about the passing game. Really? As much as you do. Did you see what that guy just said? No Eagle fan cares about the passing game. You don't care about the passing game. And yet you paid a quarterback $50 million and a wide receiver $25 million. You don't care about the passing game. Again, it's idiotic conversation when some of you don't see the money that's being spent on the offensive side of the ball. Hey, real quick. You got $25 million, 50. That's 75 in 2 players, 15 in the tight end. That's 90. 30 million between your 2 offensive tackles. That's 120. You're set. You got $145 million of your $219 million salary cap on one side of the ball, and you don't give a shit about the passing game. Okay. You make no sense. You make no sense. It's okay. It's come to it. Yeah. $145 million a year, 218 is spent on offense. Shit, you're telling me a month into the season, we just haven't clicked. Okay. I'm sure that's going well at the NovaCare Center. Whew, man, some of you guys need a nap. Hey, Big Sills here, man, for our friends at Hooters, man. Hey, oh, by the way, I didn't get it out there, too. Please do me a favor. To win some gift certificates, let's do that here, too, Tone. To win yourself some gift certificates, you're going to see a code word that's going to go out throughout the entire program over the next 3 hours. Do me a favor, email us at dansilioshow@gmail.com for you to win yourself those gift certificates with our great friends at Hooters, the official home of the National Football Show. We so appreciate it. Great folks have 7 locations in the Northeast area, and guys like Edgardo and Patrick were our winners last week. We'll do this all the way to Friday. We'll announce a winner on Monday. All you have to do is email us your information, and you could be a winner. We'll announce that name on Monday in honor of the 40th anniversary. All great things, man, at Hooters. And again, if you don't want to go in any one of the locations, HootersToGo.com. Tuesdays, buy 10 wings. You get 10 boneless free. Wing Wednesdays, a 40-year tradition, 1983. That's the year the place was founded. All you can eat. Kids eat for free on Saturdays. Outstanding happy hours. NortheastHooters.com. Find one of the 7 locations nearest you. That's NortheastHooters.com. And when you go into any one of the Hooters, do me a favor. You tell them Big Sil sent you.
Football and Hooters, the perfect pair.